Okay, now we're going to look at problem number 6. First, I'm going to go over how to do it, and then I'm going to review with you guys just the general idea. The first thing is when you're looking at this P right here, you could find the points by looking at your X value here and then your Y value here. So keep in mind that your Y value is everything on the Y axis and the X value is everything on the X axis. So P is on this circle here, or half circle, which we're using the formula negative square root of 1 minus x squared. So the P, the x is equal to 2/5. So we're going to look at that information there. So P, your x is equal to 2/5. We need to find the y. So to find the y, I'm going to do g of 2/5. I'm going to plug it into the equation that we have P associated with. So we've got negative square root of 1 minus 2/5 squared. And I'm just going to do all of this math. Whoops. One minus 4/25 negative square root of 25/25. I'm just changing it so it has a common denominator. Minus 4/25. So this is 21/25, the square root of that, negative. And then I will have negative square root of 21/5. And that is the value that's going to go into here. So we've got negative square root of 21/5. So again, all I did was I saw that the 2/5 was the x value. I need to find my y, and I plug it into here to find my y. So the question is asking for your answer in the exact form and then also into an approximation. So you're going to do your decimal, and the decimal is going to be negative 0.917. So this is going to be my exact answer and then my decimal. They want both answers. So now I'm going to look at the P, and you're going to go in alphabetical order with these. So my P told me that my Y value here is negative square root of 21/5. So that means that when I'm looking over for my Q now, the Y value for Q is the negative square root of 21/5. So now for the Q, I need to find my X. So when we're looking at this, we could see the Q is falling on this line, which is Y equals X. So since we know that Y is equal to this number, then that's also what our X is equal to. So you can just put that in. And then taking from our problems up here, you can see our calculations. This is also going to be what I'm going to write here, and that's negative 0.917, negative 0.917. Okay, so now I have my two answers for Q and my two answers for P. The next thing that we're going to look at now is Q told me what my X was there, or excuse me, what my Y was there, but it also is telling me what my X is here. So my X here is the same thing, negative square root of 21/5, because these points together gave me this information here. So now looking at my R, the only information I have for my R point is the negative square root of 21/5. So for my R, I know that what my X is right now, and I'll plug that in now to find what the Y is. So I'm basically, what I do for R is the same thing that I originally did for P. I'm plugging it into this equation. So I'm going to plug that in, g of negative square root of 21 over 5, which means negative square root of 1 minus, and be careful here because you want to make sure that you include this negative in, because when you square it, it's going to become positive. So this is actually going to become 21 over 25. And it's 1 minus that. And then I'm going to do the same thing again and keep working this out. 25 over 25 minus 21 over 25. Square root of that is going to be 4 over 25. Square root, it's still negative. And you can see here that this is going to be negative 2/5. Okay, so going back up here for my r, I plugged it into the g function, and this is negative 2/5 here. And then I need to write that as a decimal so that it's going to be negative 0.917 comma negative 0.4. And those are my two answers I'm looking for. Okay, so again, what you're going to do is start in order P. You found out what your X is, so I need to find Y there. After I find my Y, I use it here to go over, and I use the Y for Q. And then after I use the Y for Q there, I find my X, and then I use that X value for the R. And that's how things are going to line up. You're looking for the relationships here.